Hi guys, so this video is a video response to Scrapbooking with Me. Her name's Eve, I believe. She's having a Thanksgiving challenge, and it's a really simple challenge. All you have to do is film a video or email her a picture of a Thanksgiving themed table setting craft. So in her video, she makes these adorable little flap pocket. They almost look like tiny little flip books. And inside there's like 2 acetate circles where you could slip pictures and things, and it all folds up, and it's going to be like a little placemat at the Thanksgiving table. So she has this challenge going on where you can show your idea for some type of table favor for Thanksgiving, and all you have to do is film a video of it and email her the link, or take a picture of it and email her the picture of it if you don't do YouTube videos. And the prize is actually a Tim Holtz stamping press, which is awesome. I don't have one of those, so I was excited to try and win one of those. So I'm linking the challenge video in the description box below. The challenge is going to be open until October 31st. And yeah, I believe she's going to pick the winner on October 31st. So definitely head over and check out the challenge if you're interested in participating. Just let her know that I sent you over. So this is what I came up with. I thought this was really cute. They're like tiny little baggies that I'm planning to fill with some candy corn, and I'll do that on camera so you guys can try it out with me. But I thought this would be a cute way. We kind of are more informal in our Thanksgiving dinners here with my family. I have a big family and people arrive at different times. Some people leave early, some people come late because of work schedules and things. I have officers in my family and just people that are on crazy schedules. So I cook a ton of food, and I usually have it all ready at lunchtime. And then I set up my kitchen where it's like a huge buffet, and people will just constantly be in and out. There's always people sitting around the dining room table and just eating. And my mom comes over. She's a little bit too old to cook, so I always do Thanksgiving. And I have siblings who come over with their spouses and their kids, my nieces and nephews. So there's always a different group of people, different ages. Just really fun. So I think in my case, what I would do is probably set up a bowl of these. Probably either in my foyer, I have a little bowl where people can throw their keys in case anybody's drinking. They can just leave their keys there and go home in a cab, or walk home, because some of my family's in the neighborhood. So I may set up a little bowl near that and put a bunch of these kind of just there, so as people are leaving they can grab one, especially the kids. But yeah, so this is the little treat bag I came up with. Ideally it would be as a on the plate setting, but like I said, we're kind of informal in my family. So I'm going to show you really quickly how I did this. I've never really done tutorials on my channel, but I'm definitely going to give it a try. So some of the things that I use, I use the decoupage technique, but I used these Dollar Tree napkins, and these are really great for decoupage. They're very thin, so they adhere well. Let me show you the glassine bags I used. So I have a ton of these, and they measure, let's see, these are about 7 inches, 7 by 4, so 6 by 4. If you don't count the little flap over, right? And these are just the regular, glassine bags. So I used that. I used some Mod Podge for the decoupaging, and this is the matte finish, and just a regular sponge brush. And then for embellishments, I have, let's see, I had some of this decorative ribbon that I bought from the Dollar Tree. And you could, of course, use anything that you have in your stash. And I had some of this really pretty yellow organza in my stash, so I used that organza ribbon. I used some of these glitter pumpkin and leaf stickers. They're like 3D embellishments. A hole puncher. And I have a bag of candy corn here. I'm going to try filling one of these up to see how it looks. Oh, and I had some jute twine, but you could use the raffia. You could use baker's twine to tie it up, anything like that. So let me attempt to do this tiny tutorial, this quick tutorial. So the first thing you want to do is get one of your napkins out. There we go. And then I'll just put these off to the side. So these are from Dollar Tree, so they're not the greatest quality, and if you can tell, they're printed here perfectly, but then on the flip side, because it's just one large sheet, it's upside down. So what I did was I wanted that torn look, so I just kind of instantly just tore it across and got rid of the upside down side. I'll do something, cut those pumpkins out and use them for something else, but flip this over and take the backing off of it. Since these are really cheap napkins, that one ply back, that second ply backing comes off really easily. And then I wanted that torn kind of rustic look. I even thought about distressing the edges. I should have tried that, but so what I did was just kind of go along the seam, and so out of this napkin you can get 3 baggies, which is kind of good. There's 14 napkins in the package, so not bad, right? You can make a ton of these and plan to make about 2 dozen. Hopefully I have about 2 dozen left, or made when I finish up. So I'm just kind of tearing, I'm eyeballing what it should look like size-wise, and then the flat edges, I'm just tearing those as well. So the strip here tears really easily, but those sideways ones, they gave me some trouble. So like this one down here, it's a little difficult to rip. Anyway, so you do that if you wanted to make these in production. It'd be much easier. So just rip up all your napkins, get everything ready, and then adhere them all at the same time. What I did was I took a small little bead tray, and I used a little bit of the Mod Podge and watered it down, so it's a 50-50 split, so the same amount of water and Mod Podge, right, equal parts. So I used the sponge brush. This is super simple on the open side, and I just kind of liberally apply that so that it's really wet and the napkin will adhere nicely to it. So I got this idea because last weekend I was watching Miss D on D's Special Things, and she was decoupaging all weekend. And I was saying, oh, I need to do something decoupage soon. So that's how I came up with this idea. So now you just kind of place this napkin on. And of course, if you don't want to do the rough edges, you could cut it nice and neatly. You could use your paper trimmer. The other thing you'll need is a wet napkin or a baby wipe, which is terrible to use baby wipes, but I do keep some in my craft room. So I'm just using a baby wipe to kind of pat this down so that it sticks, because there is a lot of Mod Podge underneath it, but the paper will kind of dry stiffly if you don't tap it down and make it all adhere. So that's a little tip that I learned from Crafty Irina, some decoupage thing she was doing. Now you have to put these aside for a while. It takes about an hour or so to dry, but the finished result looks, let me see, it looks something like this, but this is a like a bloopers one that I made. I just used the glue and scattered it, and look, you can see the shapes of it. So I'm not using that one. That was my first attempt at it, but anyway, you'd have a dry baggie like this. And then what I did was I used some double-sided tape just to adhere a length of the organza ribbon. And you can use anything. Baker's twine would look pretty here. If you have like crocheted trim, that would look nice. So once I adhered that, I just cut a little strip of this really pretty glitter mesh, and I adhered that down with double-sided tape as well. And then I used one of these tiny little glitter embellishments there. And so let's use, oh, did I just rip that? Maybe. And then I just folded this flap over once, and then a second time like that. And I used a hole puncher. This one's shaped because that's what I have, but it looks kind of like that, right? And then I used some of this jute twine, and I just cut, random rough lengths of it, and I'll thread it through. But I want to fill this up with some candy corn just so we can see how that's going to look. Let me move this wet one aside. So I'm going to open this back up. Another thing that would look really cute on this, I think, if you use a die cut tag maybe, or if you have some little you know, some little tags like the ones they sell in the Michael's $1.50 spot. That would look cute to kind of hang a tiny little tag here with each person's name if you're using it as a place setting. So let's see if I can do this on camera without making a mess. And I'm just using Brock's candy corn. I got these from Rite Aid. They were 2 for $3. This brand doesn't have peanut traces, and I have a niece with a peanut allergy, so I always look for the name brand candies with no traces of peanut. So let's see. Did that. Now I'm gonna just thread my little twine through. Let's see how the finished product looks with the candy corn in the bag. This would be a cute item for craft fair also. I was working on some craft fair items for Donna, who's having a craft fair challenge. And if you go through my video feed, you'll see the video response I made for that. All the money's going to charity, so it's for a great cause. So let's see. Why isn't my little hole lining up perfectly? Sorry guys, technical difficulties. There we go. And hopefully I'm on camera the whole time, because I was looking down and not through the camera necessarily. So there's the twine. I'm just gonna tie this up. I don't know why, but when I'm tying a bow, I always do it upside down because for some reason it comes out the right way for me like that. And I would trim this extra piece off. And that's how my little baggie would look. And it just has a bunch of little candy corn in it. So a bunch of these set up, like I said, if you hung a little name tag off of there and use it as a place setting, that would be great. But yeah, that's my little craft for Thanksgiving that I'm doing as a video response for, look, I have a random tag here, for Scrapbooking with Me. Guys, definitely go and check out her challenge. Like I said, the prize is amazing and it's open for another 2 weeks, so you have time to craft something and get a video response uploaded. So let me know what you guys think of my little baggies, my goodie baggies, and thanks for watching, guys. Bye.